Okay, we have our test on Monday, so I'm going to go through the review sheet with you. We did it in class, but I'm going to do it here too because I'm just so nice. Oh, you're lucky. You are lucky. Anyway, I'm not going to do all the questions because that would be crazy. Instead, I'm going to do 5 of them. The 5 that I picked because I'm the teacher. And I just don't want to do all of them. There we go. We're going to do number 2. So take out your review sheet if you need help and look at number 2. So it says a cashier at a grocery store is expected to complete 20 transactions every hour. That means every hour, 20 transactions. A transaction is basically when someone buys something, the cashier has to do 20 of those every hour. You got that? Good. In the past 15 minutes, she's done 5 transactions. So we have to figure out, is she on pace? Is she meeting her goal? So we need to set up a ratio. 20 transactions every hour is what we want, but we have 5 transactions every 15 minutes. So I'm going to put 5 to 15. I'm going to put T for transactions, M for minutes. Now you got to ask yourself, how many minutes are in an hour? That's right, 60. So I'm going to put 60 under here, right? Because we want to do an hour. How do you get from 15 to 60? What are we multiplying by? 4, good. So, that means we're going to multiply by 4 on this side. So we get 20. So what this tells us is that, yes, the cashier is meeting their goal because on their current pace, they will do 20 transactions in 60 minutes. Good cashier, good job. Good job to you too. All right, moving on to the next one. We're going to skip number 3 because that's easy. We will do number 4 because you guys were having trouble with this in class. So which is a greater rate? 20 kilometers in 15 minutes or 50 kilometers in 40 minutes? Well, I'm going to turn these both into fractions because I'm just built like that. So I'm going to turn them into fractions. So 20 over 15 and 50 over 40. You following along? Good. There are a million gabillion ways to do this question, but I'm going to do it one way. And if you don't like that way, too bad, because we did all the other ways in class. So anyway, first I want to simplify these fractions. I could divide both of these by 5. So this fraction is going to turn into 4 over 3. Hold on to that thought. This one, I could divide them both by 10. So it's going to be 5 over 4. You following? Good. Now, which is a bigger fraction, 4 over 3 or 5 over 4? Well, that's anybody's guess, because they have different denominators, so we can't compare them yet. So I'm going to make them have the same denominator. Can you think of a number that 3 and 4 can go into? That's right, 12. So if I make this a 12, that means I'm going to be timesing by 4. So I'm going to do that on the top. So I have 16 over 12 over here. And then for this one, if I make this a 12, I'm going to have to times by 3. And I get 15 over 12. Now let me ask you, if they have the same denominator, we just have to look at the numerator. So what's a bigger number, 16 or 15? 16, you're a smart one. So that means this one is the greater rate. This one right here, 20 kilometers in 15 minutes. So you could do like denominators. If you want to do it a different way, you could just divide. See which one has the bigger decimal. Don't say I never told you anything. You're lucky. On to the next one. Number 5, you just have to divide and see which one is the best value, which one's cheapest. I'm not going to do that. Number 6, same thing, you just got to divide. What do I got to do that for? You know how to divide, you're in 6th grade, right? Yeah. Anyway, number 7, let's do that. The Taylor family can bike 8 miles in 2 hours. The whole family? Give me a break. What if there's a kid? They can also do 8 miles in 2 hours? I'm not buying it. Anyway, 8 miles in 2 hours. How long will it take them to bike 20 miles? So I'm going to turn this into a unit rate. So if there's 8 miles in 2 hours, I can do 8 divided by 2 to tell us it's 4 miles per hour. So if it's 4 miles per hour and they want to go 20 miles, well, how do you get from 4 to 20? You times by 5. So if I times this by 5, it'll be 20 miles in how many hours? I gotta times them both by 5. 5 hours. So the answer is 5 hours. Oh my gosh, you have such a good teacher. You're lucky. On to the next one. For number 8, you have to divide them both to see which one is cheaper. I'll tell you the answer. This one is $3.75. This one, store Y, is $3.90. So $3.75 is cheaper. Get out. Which means that $3.75 is the better deal. On to number 9. This one, you got to divide. 92.40 divided by 6. And what do you get? I don't know, you tell me, I really don't know. Let's see. 92.40 divided by 6? Just like I expected, $15.40. So, $15.40 for one table, but we need 11 tables. So $15.40 times 11. Do you know that? Pause this video, figure it out. Let's see. 15.40 times 11. $169.40. Amazing. Wow. All right, on to the next one. I don't know, I said I was going to do 5, but I feel like I'm just rolling. This section, you will get a reference sheet on your test for the customary system questions. So you got to use that. So I'll just do one of these to show you. Let's see. Let's do this one. 4 miles is how many yards? So I know 1 mile is 1,760 yards. So if I want 4 miles, that means I'm going to times by 4. So I'm going to times by 4 here. I have a little audience here at the door. So 1,760 times 4, I think is 70/40. I'm going to just jump on a limb there and say that. If that's not right, just check it yourself. And the last one, we need the metric system. So King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So 4.25 kilograms, I'm going to start at kilograms and I'm going all the way to centigrams. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I'm going to do 4.25 and move it over 5 spaces. 0, 0, 0. So my answer is 425,000. You basically use that method to solve any of these metric system questions. I hope this was helpful. Remember, the test reflects the review sheet. So if you don't understand number 7 on the review sheet, you won't get number 7 on the test. So make sure you're studying and make sure you watch this video, because I don't have to do this. Why do I have to do this? This is just for fun for me. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Have a good weekend. Test on Monday. Bye-bye.